Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Civilization. What this video is gonna be about, tier 4 versus tier 5. Now who is ready for some real hype, who is ready for some real action? Let's get this party going, yo. That was insane. Now, if you wanna know how this video is, let me just lower the sound. That was like really high. Apologize about that. Now if you want to know how to connect these videos that I'm gonna show you right now, the battles that I'm gonna show you right now, this is the continue, or this happened, most better said, before the live stream on 20th of January 2019. I was battling with Big Rig B before the live stream. Then during the live stream we've done a tremendous amount of battles. So this is like 3 hours of just battling with tier 5 troops and doing a lot of tryouts, mixture of troops, one type of troops. We tried as many commanders as possible, commanders that he had. I have only 2 maxed out in skill commanders that I can probably, or the best one that I could have been able to use against tier 5 troops. So I had to use my Charles Martel and my Richard in every single battle. Now you're noticing that I'm switching to Rome, and I recorded this part because people are asking me, if you switch the civilization, what happens? Now you'll notice at the beginning there was a note, there was some requirements. You were not supposed to train any troops when you switch. You weren't supposed to have any healing. No troops outside gathering, battling, or whatsoever. When you switch the civilization, everything remains the same. Tier 4 troops remain tier 4 troops. If you have normal tier 4 troops and you're switching to Rome, for example, there will be legionnaires, which is the special unit from Rome. Now in addition to these battles, I have to add another thing. I had a 10% attack buff and a 5% attack rune, which is 15% attack, which he didn't have. I didn't know. I was hoping that he's gonna use it, because every time I'm battling with someone on one versus one, people are using buffs. So I wasn't sure. He told me during the live stream that he didn't had buffs. So this is how I know that he didn't have these particular buffs. So I used those buffs, he didn't. His highest commanders are Hannibal Barca and Julius Caesar. So they are maxed out legendary commanders. My punching bag theory, which I was so talking about it. So I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit. That's why in all the tryouts, in all the battle, he had to use only these commanders, because they are his highest level commanders. Hannibal Barca and Julius Caesar. 200, I didn't press pause fast enough. There was 266,000. Now you're wondering, you're probably saying that this is not fair. This is 199,000 against 266,000. That is the amount of troops he can normally field with those 2 commanders, because they are maxed out. 266,000 without using army enhancement. With army enhancement 50%, you guys do the math. It's too much for me. So I can normally field just 199,000. At VIP 14 you gain 5% more. So there you go, 266,000 mixture of troops with Hannibal Barca. At this point, with the amount of troops that he has and the commanders, he's benefiting the most from all the skills of his commanders. He's outside his territory, he has mixture of troops, he has the numbers. So this is the best test we can ever do, except the fact that he didn't had any buffs or runes. Well, that is his fault, not mine. I didn't think that is something that I have to mention before the battle. But in terms of research, I'm at 27.6 million power. He's at 60 million power. There's a 33 million power difference, which it can involve a tremendous amount of research. Now you're noticing that unfortunately My legionnaires, as strong as they are, even the Roman Empire, as strong as it was, at some point it did fall. And my legionnaires are getting beaten on this particular battle. So I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit so I can get to the next one, so I don't have to make the video like very long. I'm surprisingly surviving quite a lot. He was impressed as well. Big Rick B was impressed. He told me that he's really impressed about my setup. I survived way longer than he expected. He's going on yellow as well. This is how strong the heal from Richard is, but in the end he was doing way more damage than I was able to heal, and in the end it was more devastating for me than it was for him, because I had heal, I was keep bringing troops back, and he was keep knocking them down. And you will see the battle report and you see what I'm talking about, when I also done a video and I explained that healing can be bad. I explained in that video. So yes, Charles Martel, Richard I defeated. And now here is the battle report. 199,000 legionnaires, 266,000 mixture of troops tier 5, and there we go, 72,000 severely wounded, almost 73 on my part, 27,000 on his part. That's like 3 times or almost 3 times more than him. Why? Because I had heal, and because I had heal, he managed to kill more and more and more. So on this particular battle, healing was bad. I did not expect to win, to be honest. I was expecting to lose, but I told him before the battle starts, I told him that this is the way we're gonna do it. We're gonna start with normal fields, then we're gonna keep dropping the numbers until tier 4 can make a difference. So because I lost, and I lost quite good, on the next tryout I told him to bring 200,000 of mixture of troops. So this is my setup again, 199,000, and he's gonna bring 200,000 of mixture of troops. So let's see what my setup can do against 199,000. 200,000, 7,000 tier 5 infantry, 60,000 archers, and 70,000 Teutonic knights. Wonderful. My god, 6-star commanders, man, they look so nice. I have to say, I'm a bit jealous. On Julius Caesar, Hannibal Barca, you know, anyone can get it with VIP 14, but Julius Caesar, maxed out Julius Caesar, that's something, yo. Right, yo. So let's the party begin. Let the battle start. So it's 200,000 mixture of troops. The only thing that his commanders are not benefiting in this battle is the numbers. Hannibal Barca is benefiting from mixture of troops, so the skills they are working to grant them attack and all the other bonuses for mixture of troops that he has. That is the only thing, the numbers. Because it's still, I have tier 4, so we were trying to measure it to see where tier 4 can actually combat tier 5. Now, you're probably wondering how you can defeat such a punching bag like he had on the first battle. Because that was 266,000. If you would use a 50% army enhancement, that would have been crazy high. I could have bring a lot more troops as well using a army enhancement, which is 50%. Crazy numbers, yo. I don't want to go there. Crazy numbers. The way you can combat tier 5 troops, I'm just proving it right now. I'm not saying that you should have Charles Martel and Richard I all the time to be able to combat tier 5 troops. My point is that you need to have proper specialization commanders with proper talents, very good research, focus on your specialization. My research on infantry is really high. If I bring anything else than infantry, I'm pretty toast. That is the truth. And look at that. I'm freaking lowering his health bar on even numbers. On even numbers, my tier 4 bad boys are giving a punch to the tier 5 infantry. Now I have to be thankful for Big Rig B for having the time so we can do these battles and test. It was a great day yesterday. The hype was real, yo. The hype was real. I'm telling you, I was melting down. I don't know which other words to use, but when I saw that I'm actually winning against tier 5, everyone was going crazy on my server. I think 75% they were watching this battle. These battles, you imagine the tension that it was on me trying to perform as best as possible, and I'm doing probably this is the best output that tier 4 can perform in a battlefield. Maxed out Richard, maxed out Charles Martel, they pay off in the end even against tier 5 troops. Wow, that was crazy, yo. That was literally crazy, yo. Thank you very much, Big Rig B. I couldn't type. I'm telling you guys. He was trying to talk with me. I couldn't type. My hands were frozen. My hands were literally frozen. Right, so I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna smash him. I'm gonna smash him real good. It took a while. It did took a while, but in the end, I was victorious, yo. I was victorious against tier 5 troops, mixture of troops. But again, I'm gonna mention it again because maybe some people are just jumping battles. What I'm trying to mention again is because the first battle, so the first battle that I had with Big Rig B, that was when his setup was at his highest, making a difference with the numbers of troops. Because this is why these leader commanders, this is why they are so good later on into the game when they are maxed out, because they make such a huge difference with the numbers. The game makes the sum of the total troops that you have, it makes a sum of the attack, defense and health. So for him having a larger troops capacity, it obviously has more stats than me. So I had to compensate with something else, which you can see the amount of healing that my Richard done. Literally insane amount of healing. This is the troops buff. Right. So now we are going to the last battle, which I told him to field 200,000 infantry. If I am correct, which from all my testings, I proved that having just one type of troops, even with these leadership commanders, it's much better. Now in this battle, it's actually the opposite. In this battle, Hannibal Barca and Julius Caesar, they look so helpless, yo, with those 200,000 infantry. Now we are going to watch the battle and be amazed. 200,000 tier 5 infantry. Crazy, yo. Literally crazy. I have to thank again to Big Rig B for these particular battles. They were phenomenal battles. So look at that, big elephant charging in. Richard the First, keep healing, my man. You're doing a great and awesome job. That is the strength of my setup. Being very, very defensive and having healing. That is the strength of my setup. And now you're noticing that his health bar is dropping lower. That's what I want to see. That's my boys punching back. Keep killing the giant elephant. Give it to those tier 5 men. Give it to them. Listen, I was maximum height when I won these 2 battles. After I won these 2 battles, I was max. It was overwhelming for me, seeing that all my work, all my effort that I have put and I have invested in Charles Martel and Richard is paying off. You guys have no freaking idea. I had to type something. And as I mentioned, I was expecting from just one type of troops, I was expecting a better output. But because he has only one type of troops, Hannibal is a little bit useless. He's basically just his main skill. When he had mixture of troops, that was at his strong, because he was benefiting from the other skills, having mixture of troops, and I believe, if I'm correct, is the 2nd and the 4th skill. And because he was also outside of his territory. So yes, mixture of troops. If you have Hannibal Barca, you want to benefit the most out of Hannibal Barca. I've just proved it at the beginning of the video, the first battle. Strength in numbers and mixture of troops with Hannibal Barca. If you want to use him for PvP, that's how you have to use it. Tier 4 or tier 5, it doesn't matter. That's the way to use your Hannibal Barca. That is tremendously horrible smashing, yo. And no more elephants for you. That's correct. Victory is ours, Charles Martel, Richard I. And look at that, dead to the tier 5s. 170,000 remaining. Bring another 200,000. I'll take them all on. My boy Charles Martel and Richard, they can do it again. Now I have to say that if he would have had specialization commanders, it might have been a little bit different. The results, the battles might have been a little bit different. But I've proven that his punching bag, or the punching bag theory, which I call it the punching bag theory, would actually be really, really good when we fought at the beginning of the battle. So that was, as I mentioned, the highest or the strength of his setup. Right, yo. Now I think I proved a lot in this video. People should not lose hope fighting tier 5s. Yes. And my light is dying. I'm looking so terribly bad in the background. I'm gonna end the video right now. This is your boy Legend Ronnie signing out. Never lose hope. See you later, alligator.